Currently, there are stumps of coconut trees about 75 meters into the Atlantic Ocean, signs of a massive erosion taking place. A decade ago, that was farmland. The affected area stretches from number 65 village to number 52 village on the quarantine. During 2018, the Regional Democratic Council, RDC, of Region 6 raised the issue on several occasions at their monthly meetings. Prime Ministerial Regional Representative Gobind Harbhajan, who sat on the RDC and who visits the beach daily, is calling on authorities to act now. He stated that the construction of a sea dam with boulders is desperately needed in order to break the force of the ocean's waves. In fact, that was one of the proposals made by the RDC to central government in 2018. Back then, the National Sea Defense Board conducted a survey of the entire coastline of the region. A proposal was subsequently submitted to central government, but nothing has changed.
We need to, with the Sea Defense, to look at this with an ASAP that we must have a sea dam. It's like what happened at Bushlat with boulders to break the waves, so we doesn't lose this whole little bump what we have at this beach. The next two tide will take away this wall, and then we gone straight into the residential area.
He is predicting that the next two spring tides would see water flooding residential areas at some villages along the quarantine coast. Last year, a project was awarded to BK International to place boulders along the foreshore between number 67 village and Crabwood Creek. It was proposed that the most critical area, the number 63 beach area, would have been tackled in 2020. However, following the no-confidence motion in December in 2018, government was not permitted to carry out any major projects in 2019. And now, the March 2, 2020 election process remains incomplete, leaving the country without a national budget and a duly elected government.
Now we need this to be done with some urgency. As a regional councillor, I know that this would have been brought up by the RDC a few times, but the region does not have money to do such a project so big as central government. So Sea Defense need to look at this with some urgency.
Meanwhile, in recent months, watermelon farms in the area have lost their land to the Atlantic.
And most of these bank and top here, you have the poor people are planting cash crop with watermelon, and all has been washed out over the months. It's gone. The coconut tree, everything getting knocked down at this time. So one more tide will take this beyond into the pasture, and we don't want that to happen. So a sea dam with boulders can do the trick at this time with some proper engineering. But I know the feasibility study would have been done and the region would have sent it to Sea Defense.
If the Sea Defense Board does not act urgently, and I mean now, this coconut tree that I'm sitting on will see many more like it. They'll be falling. More worrying though is the fact that those persons who are living just beyond this wall there, those persons, their lives are going to be in jeopardy. The sea will be going into their yards and into their homes. Reporting from a coconut tree on the number 63 beach for the Evening News, Andrew Carwin.